Hello, everybody. You can call me Hunch, and today I'm going to be giving an opinion based on, or an argument is more like it, on why I think this could be a Bitcoin bottom and why we're not going to see another massive capitulation, and why 2023 may be an up-only year. Now, I want to give some context. So if you watch videos as much as Bitcoiners do, or crypto people do about the market, prominent people like Coin Bureau, Alex Becker, just all the big YouTubers, right, who were pumping it, saying it's going to 250, it's going to 150, it's going to 400K, right? They're all saying, oh, this is a bad year, the interest rates, blah, 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 blah. Right? I think the point they're missing, which is what they're missing, the main macro guys who say, it's not about rates going up. It's about interest rates stopping going up, right? So if interest rates are going to, they predict in the market that interest rates are going to keep going up, the market's going to keep selling off. But even though the interest rates are up, it doesn't matter, right? Innovation is still going to happen at these high interest rates. So what matters is that interest rates kind of just level off, okay? Now that's one of my arguments. The next argument I'm going to make is displayed in this chart, and I'm going to explain this a little bit more than just what you see here. So here, this is Alex Becker tweeting. He's basically saying, don't get too pumped up. This pump is going to be short-lived. Look at this chart, right? So on this chart, you had this recovery phase, and then it went down, recovery, and then it went down, and it kept going down. What I would argue is that it's not like that, right? First of all, because we've been doing that a little bit, over here quite a bit. So that's my first point. The second point is, which if you watch some like real analysts on Bitcoin, they say this double top is kind of unique to Bitcoin. We didn't see that last time, right? We saw the blow off top. We didn't see a double top, right? And when the bear market ended last time, there was a massive capitulation and then it went up. So what's different about this is there may not be a massive capitulation. Now, why do I say 2023 may be an up-only year? And when I mean up-only, I mean like making all-time highs again, reaching the previous all-time high, and probably maybe even surpassing it. If you look around the general consensus of the internet, right, it's Bitcoin's going down, it's going to be a bad year, it's going to be, even though all the leverage is flushed out, it's only going to go, down or sideways, right? And when you have this massive consensus, right, like this, that's maybe what's playing out in the market. Now, I'm going to show this. So this is an open interest chart, and feel free to correct me in the comments because I'm not an expert. Basically, open interest, from what I understand it, is and how analysts look at it, is the number of contracts being traded, but mostly short positions, right? So if you see here, these contracts are going up, and then you have this kind of short squeeze, which is the top, which is the price, right? And then you see all the contracts get liquidated right over here. So what you had was this massive consensus that the market was going to go down or sideways, right? And so they shorted the market, and then people stepped in and bought it. Now, why do I think it could be different this year, right? So Bitcoin nearly hit 70K, even though all the FTX buying pressure was channeled into shitcoins. So if you know about FTX, they were selling paper Bitcoin, they were channeling the money into Sol, all these different random coins, businesses that were completely worthless. He says the eventual on-chain bull run is going to shock people, right? So think about that last sentence. What is going to shock people, right? And if you've been in this market for a long time, there's a saying that goes, the most amount of pain is what's going to happen. Whatever causes the most amount of pain for the most amount of people, right? And that makes sense because the people with the big money, right, they want to fool you. They want to catch you off guard, FOMO back in, have you FOMO back in, or sell out, or sell at the bottom, and then it goes up. And if you're like me and you talk about investing to everyone, I've talked to very amateur investors who go, I'm calling up my bank, I'm taking my money out, I'm down 50%, blah 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 blah. I'm never gonna invest again, right? that is a bottom signal, right? And why is that? It's because when those people are selling out, somebody's going to buy it from them, and it's going to go up, and they're immediately going to feel that pain, right? Like I said, the most amount of pain, whatever causes the most amount of pain to the most people, is what is going to happen. So if everybody, and I mean everybody, right, thinks the market's going to go sideways or down because of interest rates, the most amount of pain could be up, right? Because you will watch it go up and go, oh, it's coming back down. Oh, it's coming back down, right? 30K is coming back down. 40K is going back down. 50K, oh, it's going back down, right? And maybe you have these downward trends, but it keeps going, like making higher lows, right? That would be so painful for people who walked away, right? They bought at 60K. They watched it go down. They sell the bottom. They're like, I'm done with this, right? They don't buy it. Oh, it's going to come back down. It's going to come. That would, in my mind, that would be extraordinary amount of pain, right? And the market likes to dish the most amount of pain to people, right? Because that's how savvy investors make a lot of money, in my personal opinion. The second reason why, and I'm going to move my camera for this, is the fundamentals are not matching what's going on in the market, okay? So look at this title. Only 0.5% of the global population owns Bitcoin, right? And if you click the article, it says 1 out of 884 people, right? So there's plenty of upside there. That's a positive headline, right? There's always somebody else to sell to. Now that sounds kind of Ponzi, but most markets have some type of Ponzi component, right? You need people to participate in the market. Samsung Asset Management launches Bitcoin futures ETF, right? They're delisting crap coins. If you go through this, there's a lot of negatives, right? But there's also a lot of positives, right? Sustainable Bitcoin mining. Let's see. They started using Intel-powered mining chips. Let's see. Bankman-Fried have been validated, right? Okay, so that's not great. My point is it's not all bad news, right? There is some good news baked in, right? Bitcoin bonds specifically from El Salvador, right? That's good news. All the leverage is flushed out. That's good news. Adoption is going up, right? Is good news. I've made some videos about adoption going up in terms of like companies accepting Bitcoin, electric vehicle chargers accepting Lightning payments, right? All those things. So I think there's a very real possibility that this is the bottom and the bull run happens before the halvening. But that's just my case. So you can call me Hunch, do whatever you want, not financial advice. Probably DCA is the best option. But if everybody is expecting Bitcoin to go sideways or down, and this to be a short little, bull run up and then down, bull run up and down, then it's probably going to cause the most amount of pain, in my opinion. So, and the most amount of pain would be me selling out and then watching it continue to go up, right? Because I've recovered some of my losses. So that's just my opinion. I think the leverage is flushed. I think real demand is there, right? Like I said, that paper Bitcoin is gone for the most part. The leverage is gone. I think GBTC is going to close the gap. They're going to find a way. Someone's going to take it over. It's going to become an ETF, etc. And I think it's very real possibility we break all-time highs. But that's just an argument. So you can call me Hunch.